So welcome along to another video. Today we're in the heart of the Peak District in Derbyshire. We're exploring an abandoned lead mine called Magpie Mine. Now there's some history with this mine. Apparently it's haunted today, haunted by 3 men who were killed unfortunately in like a bit of a war between Magpie Mine and Red Soil Mine. The story goes that there was fights underground, and apparently Red Soil Mine one day decided they were going to smoke out Magpie Mine. So they lit a fire at the top of the shaft with the idea of sending smoke to smoke come out. But the fire spread, and doing so caught fire to a mine shaft. Imagine that. Oof, what a way to go. So unfortunately these 3 chaps lost their lives. And it's said, obviously I don't know if you believe in this, that this mine is now haunted by the spirits of these 3 guys. People say they've seen flickers of lanterns, footsteps on the mine shafts. Mate, if I see any flickers or hear any footsteps, the video will end there because I'll be gone. But yeah, so we're looking at places to explore, and this came up and I thought, yeah, still a load of buildings there. There's an old chimney that we can have a look down. I don't know if there's any shafts, but there is. I won't be going too far into them, I can tell you. But yeah, so join me. We have a walk up now, nice walk through the Peak District, never gets far. Then we're going to explore this mine shaft. Not mine shaft, this mine, all the abandoned buildings and that. Lovely sunny day. So come along, join me. So we've got our first glimpse of the mine, the old abandoned buildings. Oh, it definitely looks eerie. Definitely looks eerie. So whether you believe in ghosts or not, it's definitely that atmosphere about it. But yeah, man, we're gonna get to the building, have a proper good look around. Make the most of it not raining for a start. Yeah, the footpath's pointed straight over the fib, but Farmer John's growing stuff. I'll go around the edge. I don't want to be upsetting no farmers, do I? Shotgun holders. But yeah, man, this place looks wicked. Bigger than I expected. Massive, there's 2 massive chimney stacks. Oh mate, am I looking forward to getting over here. Here's the first meeting with dog owners that can't control the dogs. Look. Good job my dog will be, didn't it? Alright, mate. Oh, and here we are, look, Magpie Mine. Oh, mate, it is so much more than I thought. The size of it. Oh, mate, all these old outbuildings and that, look. Oh, you can only imagine, like, what was this for? I wonder if it was a shaft actually, and I just concreted the floor. Oh, you could do it. Could easily come and do a camp up here, couldn't you? Mate, that, look at the thickness of that wall. Mate, that'll be stood here for hundreds of years to come. This will outlast any of these new builds. The size of it. Oh mate, that's quality. We're going in there, aren't we? So yeah, what we're stood in now is the winding engine house. It's actually a Cornish engine house, so I'm guessing they've based the building on what they used to do the tin mines back in Cornwall. So here is where they had the big engine that would pump the water up from the mines to stop the miners being drowned and flooded. I always say this about these places. They built these back when they didn't have the technology. Like, this building will outlast a lot of these new builds they build today. So yeah, there would have been a big engine in here. What a building. So yeah, this would have been a big pulley system. I'm guessing in there's a load of gears, mechanisms for lifting stuff down the shaft. So this would have been the winding engine house, what would have pumped water out of the mine. This would have been the shaft, probably what people went down, to be honest with you. Imagine that. God knows how far it goes down. I know the coal mine near me, they go down a mile. A mile, that's a long way, isn't it? You try and run a mile, and then imagine going down a little dark shaft with proper poor lighting. It's mad really, isn't it? And this is some sort of water tank. I guess it might have had fresh water for, obviously people down there need to drink, don't they? It was some brutal work though. Like Derbyshire as well, like the ground. Like my background is digging in utilities, and I've done digging around here, and it's some hard digging, mate. I work on the water, and I always say the most hardest people would have been the people that originally put these water mains. You imagine these people digging by hand, like a big group of them, installing 24-inch water mains, 3 meters deep, like channeling through rock. It's hardcore stuff, and these miners would have been doing it underground, pickaxes, sending loads out in little carts. Like, it must have took forever. Hard people, mate. So this is called the Smithy. It's a house where the agents and people that worked here used to live, and there was a blacksmith. He was based in here because obviously he'd have an on-site blacksmith constantly sharpening chisels, sharpening pickaxes. That'd have been a rough. I bet he didn't stop. I bet it was a rough old life living up here in the winter. If the heritage site that owns this now needs me to live in here, I'm more than willing to. Just give me a shout at doing bits. We could sort something out. I'll mow the grass. I'll do whatever you need. Imagine that. Oh, we could dream, can't we? Again, a lovely, well-built house look. Proper built, like none of this naff houses you get now. I know I keep going on about it. I've got proper beef with new builds, haven't I? But I mean, look at that quality. Oh, I bet it is bleak up here in the winter. Oh, what's this over here? Let's go and have a look, shall we? So this is what's called a horse gin. It's basically a pulley system powered by horses. The horses used to walk around in a circle, winding that circle thing up, pulling the buckets. You know, I said how they used to get the stuff out of the shaft, because obviously when you dig a mine shaft, you've got spoil, haven't you? And you've got to get that spoil out of there. And this is what this was for. So the poor old workhorse probably worked 24/7, walking around in circles, winding rope round that. So basically a big bobbin that is, pulling buckets of kibble, like these big, all these rocks. It's fascinating stuff, really, isn't it? Like the mechanics behind it. It's madness, really. But yeah, so the poor old workhorses, it was no doubt worked to the bone. And that's how they used to excavate the spoil out of there. Well, I think we need to just admire the greatness of dry stone walling. Imagine a bloke just stood out here for days on end, chipping away, shaping them, because they all lock in together, and that's what gives it its strength. It's a lost art, mate. I'm telling you, there's still people that do it, but there's probably not young people learning it. I'd love a dry stone wall around my garden. Tell you, if I never make it to live in Cornwall, I'll probably live in the Peak District. That's a fact. My job brings me up here a lot, to be honest with you, because we cover Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire. Some of the lads hate it. Oh, I hate going to Derby. They send me to Buxton all day long. In the summer, admiring the views, you cannot fault it. So yeah, this will be how people got down. Can you imagine standing on that and the man just releases the lever and down you go. Whoosh. Health and safety? I don't think so. So yeah, this has been me exploring Magpie Mine in the Peak District, just up from Bakewell, in a place called Sheldon. It's definitely got the eeriness to it. You could imagine how people would spook here with tales of ghosts and stuff. I couldn't imagine what these people went through working in this mine. But it's been a pleasure to come up here. I love anything like this. These old buildings amaze me. Like, the quality of the build amazes me. How hard it would have been. You imagine this thing would have took a little while to build, and them guys would have been here in peak winter up here, and it gets bleak up here in the winter, believe you me. But then the lads that had to work down the mine, like what they would have gone through, like candlelight, back when they had canaries to test for gas. Crazy stuff, really. Breaking rocks, shoveling it. And then the poor workhorses, like I explained earlier, that have had to bring that to the top. Going down these shafts, you just couldn't imagine it nowadays. Like how we live now, we're sitting pretty, aren't we? The people back in the 1800s, like, they lived a hard life and built stuff like this, and it still stands today for us to come and explore. It's absolutely brilliant. I would definitely recommend come to check this out. This is Magpie Mine, Sheldon, Derbyshire. Peace! I definitely have just crashed my drone. Oops, it's probably a bit too windy, but oh well, you live and learn. Well, I won't, I'll never learn.